Gone.
It's time now for the LaGrange College Coaches Corner on WELR Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now live to Johnny's New York Style Pizza in LaGrange for the LaGrange College Coaches Corner.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Coaches Corner, live here from Johnny's Pizza. We're getting a Monday night started, and I hope you will come out here and join us for a great evening of fun and food. We've been hitting a couple. Had the three meat pizza over there, Coach. I thought we were hitting that pretty tough. Someone introduced me to the Hawaiian pizza out here, and I had to have some of that tonight. But, Coach, I'm thrilled as we're getting to talk about a win coming up this past week.
Yes.
Methodist came into town. Methodist, who has not had a great season, but as we looked at the stats in the pregame, gosh, man, they have so many yards all season long. In fact, their running back, Vontrez Taylor, I think is his name, is actually leading USA South in rushing yards.
Yeah, very electric. He's a guy that we wanted to stop from the very start, and we knew he was really good on the perimeter. And not only that, he can make guys miss, and accelerate fast. So, we tried to contain him as best we could, but a good running back, he's going to get his yards, and you just got to make everybody else beat you.
It was really neat watching him. His ability to slide in the hole was really pretty amazing. And also, he did not end a run by pulling up. He wanted to run through you. And a lot of times you don't see a tailback want to do that.
Oh, yeah. And you try to prepare your guys as best you can for a good running back like that. And he just, he's patient, when they run the zone scheme, and he utilizes offensive line. He stayed behind him, and then when he get an opportunity, he burst through, and did a great job, and it was hard to stop him.
But stop them we did, Coach, a 48-38 win. It started out as a prize fight, Coach. In fact, I think that Bill, my radio partner on the game, that he said, hope this isn't a shootout. And you said, whoa, let's not use that word.
Yeah.
Let's not talk. But it really started to look like that in the first quarter. 21 points by each team scored in the first quarter. And we've talked in the past, if we could score in that first quarter, it gives us such a much better shot at winning a ball game. And we answered at the ball game. We just kept going back and forth. To have 42 points between two teams scored in the first quarter, pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's something I didn't want to participate in, but I wanted more stops. Offensively, it was great to see our guys score. It changes our whole attitude toward the game. Defensively, we bust, a few plays, and they kind of got on top of us, and we missed a lot of tackles. And it took us a while to settle down on defense. I don't know if it was the nerves or playing a team that we knew we can beat, and we just had to be more disciplined.
I think, Coach, that it was going back and forth. And I think the thing that kind of broke things in is we held them to a field goal.
Correct.
And it really kind of changed the whole dimension of the ball game.
All right. And a lot of it, too, was, our third quarter play this year. It was not very good. We was outscored 79-14 in third quarter. And we just made a conscious effort to go out and win that quarter and give ourselves a chance to win the fourth quarter.
And you did that, scoring 13 points in the third quarter to their 3 points. So, so many things hidden and so many things are positive. We'll talk more about that when we come back. Right now, you're listening to the Coaches Corner live here from Johnny's Pizza on Eagle Sports.
If you want to scale a mountain, buy boots. If you want to turn your crush into something more, say hi. At Country Financial, we know protecting the things you love and preparing for tomorrow start with simple steps. So we help you take small steps today with insurance and financial services that can have a big impact on your family's future. Too often, too late comes too soon. So let's get started at countryfinancial.com.
Welcome to your friendliest hometown dealer, Nissan of LaGrange, where we work hard to get you the car you've been searching for. Our new and pre-owned selections are hand-picked to provide the best in color, options, and financing that's right for you. We have a huge database of lenders to get you in the vehicle of your dreams. And Nissan of LaGrange has a world-class service department that's second to none. Come see why folks come from Atlanta, Columbus, and beyond to shop your friendliest hometown dealer, Nissan of LaGrange, 1050 Lafayette Parkway in beautiful LaGrange, Georgia.
Kemp's Carpet, your locally owned and operated carpet professional since 1977, owned by Gerald Kemp and his sons. Brent and Jeff. They are your Mohawk, Shaw, and Armstrong certified flooring dealer with a huge inventory of carpet and vinyl flooring. They have a wonderful installation crew that gets the job done right, so you'll be enjoying your flooring for years and years. So drop in and pick it out. They'll measure and get a free estimate to you quick. Kemp's Carpet, located at 1287 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or on the web at daltonwest.com. And you can like them on Facebook at Kemp's Carpet.
Everywhere you look on your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you want it. But keeping your active campus clean and looking its best isn't easy. Nonetheless, National makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow National to ensure your campus from top to bottom, inside and out, is always perfect and spotless. Parents and students alike give us a 4.0, and we settle for nothing less. You'll like having National on the job.
Visit us at teamnational.com to see what National can do for you.
Now back to the Coach's Corner live at Johnny's New York Style Pizza on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner live here from Johnny's Pizza. Our thanks to Coach Earl Chambers for joining us here tonight as we're talking about the big win over Methodist. Coach put you at 3 wins, and of course, taking on Huntington. But let's go back to this ball game again for a moment. As again, we mentioned the first quarter was 21-21. Things settled down for both teams a little bit. A few stops, both sides. Only 14 points scored between the two teams. But again, that third quarter, and you talked a little bit about that before we went to break. But what kind of encouragement did you give the guys to say, what we've got to do differently in this third quarter?
Well, it started, during the week. Once, we got it, as a staff, we got together and tried to figure out exactly where the problem, lies in our program. And we talked about, third quarter, we just not very good coming out of the locker room. And we try to identify the problem and try to, hit it head on. And when I presented the third quarter stats to our team, and it was in shock. Mm-hmm. We was outscored 79-14, and when you look at the course of the season, that's the problem.
That's the thing that's kept up from winning the ball.
Exactly. So when you put those stats on the board, and now they look at it from that perspective, is different for them, and they get it.
Well, it wasn't just answering the bell in this ball game as it was in the first quarter. In that third quarter, it was the difference in the ball game. Mm-hmm. Our 13 to their 3, because we both scored 21 in the first, both scored 7 in the second, both scored 7 in the fourth. So it was actually the third quarter where you won the ball game.
That's right. And like I say, it was great to see our guys, answer the call. And, it was something that we preached all week. It was something that, even at halftime, I told him, I said, listen, guys, let's concentrate. Let's win this quarter, and you'll see what happens. We won the football game.
Coach, I've been really impressed also with Caleb's spirit and his progression.
Yes.
One of the things that your sports information director, John Hughes, was telling me is that this is the first time that LaGrange College has ever had 4 quarterbacks start in a season. Also, if I'm right, I think we've had 5 different quarterbacks throw touchdown passes.
That's correct.
Wow.
And that's amazing. And, Caleb, has done a phenomenal job since he's became the starter. He was named USA South Player of the Week. So that he give us the best chance to win football games. And I was talking to Coach Huggins about which one of these quarterbacks is going to be the future of this program. Mm-hmm. And he said a pure quarterback would be Caleb Spear.
Well, and you've had Cam Perkins did a great job when he stepped into that role, much more of a run-pass option for you. But you did some really neat things. Y'all added some wrinkles in the offense this week we hadn't seen.
Yeah, and Alex Scott was a quarterback who had an opportunity to throw a touchdown pass, but he caught one in this one,
yep.
And he ran about 60 yards. So
I think that John said that's the first quarterback-to-quarterback pass we've had too.
There you go, and Alex, his attitude has been. It's been great, over the last couple of weeks. When we named Caleb the starter, he just wanted to know what can he do to be a team player. Mm-hmm. What can he do to help the team? And he's been great from that standpoint.
Well, it's also neat that when you've got athletes, you can begin to plug them into other places. Right. Maybe you want to be this, but hey, can I help the team another way? And he really stepped up in that role.
He sure did. And that kid has been through a lot. He was a high school quarterback. He was never the guy, was the starter. So coming to college, he thought he had an opportunity. And he had plenty of opportunities to be the guy. But, it's just the way it falls sometimes. I played quarterback, and I wanted to play so bad at Georgia, and it didn't happen.
Right.
I played my career as a strong safety. But Alex is the typical Georgia kid, who wants to play quarterback, and everybody can't play quarterback.
You're right. There's only one of them on the field. You
right.
should have called Tim Tebow and tell him that he could have had a different NFL career
right.
if he'd gone to tight end.
Yeah, that's right.
It could have helped him out a whole lot. Let's take another quick break. When we come back, lots more to talk about. So we're going to talk about some of the seniors on this team as you're listening to the Coach's Corner live from Johnny's Pizza on Eagle Sports.
Hello, Granger fans. The Mike Patton Auto family is your local team that does not practice to get it right, but to make sure they don't get it wrong. They strive to give you a great experience each time you give them the opportunity. They understand you have options of where you go to purchase and service your truck, car, and SUV. But come see why thousands of customers keep coming back to Mike Patton time after time. We appreciate your time and business with a quality service department, and we look forward to taking care of you in the years to come. Now, go Grangers! You need to brush your teeth at least twice a day, and you need to have your teeth cleaned and looked at by a dentist at least twice a year. We've heard this since we were kids, but sometimes we get busy and forget to brush and skip an appointment. We turn around, and it's been a while since we've been to the dentist. So let's get back on track. Call Childress Dental Center for an appointment at 706-882-1888 or go to the web at childressdentalcenter.com because your smile is very important, and we want you to have the best one possible. Childress Dental Center, now at 2 locations, 114 Calumet Center in LaGrange and 100 College Street in Hogansville.
It robs you of the very pleasure of life, back pain, and it's a national problem.
Low back pain is one of the most common and expensive maladies in our country.
Dr. Jim Aspinwall.
Research has shown that for patients who are diagnosed with herniated disc, diagnosed as needing surgery, 86% of those cases respond to what we do.
The Aspinwall Clinic. Safe, gentle, and extremely effective treatment.
Non-surgical, non-drug relief of the cause of back pain and sciatica.
Aspinwall Clinic, 706-884-8360.
Where can you be encouraged to make your own discoveries? Where can you be challenged to achieve the impossible by professors who know you by name? Our graduates have earned Emmy and Grammy nominations, successfully negotiated major business deals, and been inspired to teach and serve where they're needed most. Experience the transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
Now back to the Coach's Corner live at Johnny's New York Style Pizza on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner live here from Johnny's Pizza. And, Coach, I think that maybe we need a college show. We spent the whole break breaking down the top four in the college poll and having fun with that. It was a great weekend of football. For both high school football, college. In fact, I was talking to Coach Crocker this morning. He said that all the teams he follows won.
Yeah.
LaGrange High won, the Falcons won, and LaGrange College won.
Hey, that's a good weekend.
And Auburn won for too. He was happy about that.
Yeah, I'm not an Auburn guy, but Georgia did win.
Georgia did. But Coach, going back to the ball game against Memphis this past week, we one of the things I think we got to shore up. I think it's pretty obvious is we've got to continue to increase our ability to tackle guys. Yeah. We're giving up weight on the front line. Those are some big boys at Methodist. So they kind of pushed us around to start off with. But I was really impressed by our younger guys stepping up and really kind of pushing them back as the game progressed.
I think we're getting better on the defensive line. I truly do. Our guys, they don't have the weight that I want, but the desire to play their gaps has increased. Sometimes our speed, I think we got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and we kind of overrun guys, and we overrun the running back. So sometimes we just got to slow up sometime and use our vice tackle techniques, and plus when we get there, we got to get multiple people there at the same time,
I was watching the ball game this past Saturday and noticed several times the Taylor the running back we've been talking about, a very, very talented young man. But a lot of times we got him from behind the line. Slappy and some others coming from the outside linebacker and just flying inside and be able to catch him.
And a lot of, like I say, is just over pursuit of just making sure we got the right angles. And once again, we played a guy who was really talented. He was very patient in the run game, and if you give him an inch, he's going to hit it. He's going to hit it hard. And they did a good job in the run game. But, overall, defensively, we just young, and we're getting better every week. And I wish we had about 3 more games. And that way, that'll ensure that we get even better.
Well, Coach, I thought our secondary played a lot better in this ball game too.
They did.
I think they were right on their man. I don't know, but maybe once or twice they got behind us.
One play.
I think they kept guys, behind them, and I think that they really made some good moves on the ball.
Right.
I thought that was one of the things that we kind of stepped up in, is that they weren't jumping too late, jumping too early. They were right there, and knocking some balls out of the air.
That's right. And it was one play, and maybe that was on me. I shouldn't have called that play, but we was in man free, and our corner he was too shallow. He should have been about 7 yards off the receiver. He was about 4.5, and he just got ran by.
Yeah.
So, but overall the coverage was really good.
Looking at a couple of things that I think were keys to this ball game, Coach. One was fourth down efficiency, because we went for it twice. We got it both times. One, of course, was a fake punt. I think y'all are 3 for 3 on the year with fake punts.
Yeah, Coach Crocker. Now I'm telling you, every time
that wily Coach Crocker.
Every time there's a punt, he always want to know, hey, is this the time? And he's been really good. And I'll tell you, he's worked on all those punts, those fakes all year long. And punt is something that we do every day, and he worked those fakes, and we look at it from different angles and different perspectives, and calling it at the right time, has been great this year. Sometimes it's not the right time to do it, but he that the right time in the ball game, he knows it, and we just go after it.
If I'm not mistaken, we've also scored after every one of our of our fake punts. So
it's a momentum build. The players like it.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I mean, they love it, and they get fired up when they want it.
Well, it is. It's a fun play. It gets the whole crowd excited, and everybody's into it. Coach, almost 500 yards of offense. Yeah. I think something else that's been a testament to how we're getting better and better is that we're spreading that out.
Yes.
The running game's getting better to go along with the passing game, which we've already had.
Right, and they are. And those guys, like I say, you want about 3 more games just so that, you can just see, what our true potential is, offensively and on defense. But, our seniors, man, talking to those guys in the locker room, they wanted to win that game for our seniors. And those guys, to be here at LaGrange College for 4 years is very rare. And the class that came in
was like 80-some kids.
We had 86 kids that came in, and was only 10 left. So, hats off to those 10 guys, and I'm glad our guys were able to get a win for them.
A couple other stats, Coach, that really jumped out at me. One was the kickoff return.
Yes.
What a great job we did getting great field position for our offense every time. I think 161 yards in return yards, and also spread it out. Appier had some, Campbell had some, so just a great job by those guys.
And I think that was the difference in the ball game, too, being able to have our starting field position right at midfield every time is another bonus. In the Bavard game, I thought our special teams were, a little bit below par. So we really went back and, changed some guys out and went back to the basics and just, finding guys who were willing to block, and they did a phenomenal job.
Well, even the coverage was great on the kickoffs. I mean, I think we held them, around inside the 30 almost every time. Yeah. We don't kick it that deep, but we cover well.
We did. And on 2 occasions, we tackled them inside the 20-yard line. And it's all because of the sun. The sun was in his eyes. He couldn't catch the ball.
Well,
so
it bounced off them like 3 times.
It bounced off his helmet one time, and the second time, I want to say it hit his shoulder pad. So, but it was a heads-up play by Brandon Smith, one of our freshmen. Did a great job getting down there and making 2 tackles inside the 20.
All right, last big stat, Coach. I got to throw at you because I know you're happy about this. Down to only 5 penalties in this ball game.
Not bad. We, maybe I'm developing a better relationship with the referees, because, penalties has been hunting us all year, and I don't mind a penalty that's an effort penalty, but sometimes we just make foolish mistakes, and sometimes too the other team can cause you to be penalized when there's a lot of pushing and shoving and a lot of talking. So
and there was a little bit of that.
There was a little bit. We got pretty chipper, after the big hit from Chip, but it was a better game in terms of penalties.
I thought that one thing I did notice, Coach, I think they had 2 penalties waived off after some conversation, because one, the back judge threw a penalty. The play's completely on the other side of the field, and we had no clue what he was even thinking about throwing that flag because there was nobody around to throw it on.
Well, it was a flag. They called us on it was unsportsmanlike conduct. and you go back and watch the film, it wasn't on us. It was actually on them.
Oh.
But they called us for it. So something else that, you got to clean up. It was no fault of our own. And once you look at the film, you can see it clearly.
Yeah.
We got hit.
There's a couple of times I looked up, because we do have the big jumbotron there at the stadium, and I would step back after something happened to watch the replay. Say, did that really happen the way I thought it happened?
Oh, yeah. It's a good part of having a $850,000 jumbo.
Well, if the officials would just look up at it every once in a while.
That'd be nice.
All right, let's take another break. When we come back, we're going to talk about our seniors here, live from Johnny's Pizza on Eagle Sports.
If you want to scale a mountain, buy boots. If you want to turn your crush into something more, say hi. At Country Financial, we know protecting the things you love and preparing for tomorrow start with simple steps. So we help you take small steps today with insurance and financial services that can have a big impact on your family's future. Too often, too late comes too soon. So let's get started at countryfinancial.com.
Welcome to your friendliest hometown dealer, Nissan of LaGrange, where we work hard to get you the car you've been searching for. Our new and pre-owned selections are handpicked to provide the best in color, options, and financing that's right for you. We have a huge database of lenders to get you in the vehicle of your dreams. And Nissan of LaGrange has a world-class service department that's second to none. Come see why folks come from Atlanta, Columbus, and beyond to shop for your friendliest hometown dealer, Nissan of LaGrange, 1050 Lafayette Parkway in beautiful LaGrange, Georgia.
Kemp's Carpet, your locally owned and operated carpet professional since 1977. Owned by Gerald Kemp and his sons, Brent and Jeff. They are your Mohawk, Shaw, and Armstrong certified flooring dealer with a huge inventory of carpet and vinyl flooring. They have a wonderful installation crew that gets the job done right, so you'll be enjoying your flooring for years and years. So drop in, pick it out. They'll measure and get a free estimate to you quick. Kemp's Carpet, located at 1287 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or on the web at daltonwest.com. And you can like them on Facebook at Kemp's Carpet.
Everywhere you look on your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you want it. But keeping your active campus clean and looking its best isn't easy. Nonetheless, National makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow National to ensure your campus from top to bottom, inside and out, is always perfect and spotless. Parents and students alike give us a 4.0, and we settle for nothing less. You'll like having National on the job.
Visit us at teamnational.com to see what National can do for you.
Now back to the Coach's Corner, live at Johnny's New York Style Pizza on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner live here from Johnny's Pizza with Coach Earl Chambers. And, Coach, we talked a little bit about in that last segment about the seniors that you've got. You've got some just awesome guys that have stood the test of time. Let's just kind of walk through them, talk a little bit about each one of them. We'll begin with Tony Alexander.
Yeah, Tony is offensive tackle and has done a tremendous job for us for 4 years. Very athletic and is a good kid and, just he does it the right way. I wish I can find 4 more.
Jawan Brown's another great young man.
Yep, Jawan, the same thing. He's all our seniors are great kids, and Jawan, he's been a receiver for 4 years. I tried to get him to come play defense, but he didn't want to. So, but Jawan is an outstanding receiver. Caught a bunch of passes last year.
Of course, the guy we talk a lot about, and he's going to be in the record books. LaGrange College a long time. Marcus Campbell.
Marcus is outstanding football player. Mm-hmm. He's going to be one that's going to have an opportunity to play, some CFL football or arena football. I don't think he's quite big enough to play NFL football, but he's very instinctive, got great hands, good speed. I mean, overall, he's just an unbelievable athlete, good kid, been around for 4 years, and, I wish I can find more of them.
You want to talk about a guy with a great motor, Drew Lewinsky?
Oh, yeah. Drew he's awesome now. He's a guy that can do it all. From blocking to running the football. His attitude is great. He's a leader for our football team.
Another guy that's had a good season this year is Rob Randolph.
I tell you, Rob is one of those guys where he shows up every day, he does everything he's asked to do, and he don't get a whole lot of playing time, but when he's in the game,
he's
very effective. Yes,
he's making it. Austin Sapp is another guy that just has just one of the toughest motors out there.
Yeah, tall receiver, great hands. Don't have tremendous speed, but he don't use that as a crutch. No. And he gets get himself in position to make catches, and he's caught a lot of touchdown passes.
He's got great hands.
Yeah, he's a red zone killer.
Nick Searcy.
Nick Searcy, Superman.
Yep.
Superman, GA, football player, coach. I mean, he does it all. You know, this is his second time being a senior. Matter of fact, we're in the phase of getting our seniors' jerseys, framed for him, and I forgot that he's already got one. So, but Nick, Nick is unbelievable. Was a running back for 4 years and 3 years, and he came over and played defense and learned everything that he needed to know on defense, and he's one of my trusted players. I can trust Nick in a situation.
Sure. Another guy that's kind of stood the test of time for us is Arlie Weber.
Arlie, no doubt. Arlie, offense, defense, fullback, tight end, D tackle. He's done it all. His body is what's required for all those positions, and he's been a great player for us.
A great leader, especially the past two or 3 years, is Shamar Slappy.
Slappy, same thing. Guy you can count on. He's going to be there. He's going to be a leader. We've played him at almost every position on defense. He had an unbelievable game this past weekend. Made some big plays.
Tackles behind the line.
Even in the Brevard game, he was the one that kind of led that goal line stand down there in the first drive. So.
Another guy, I'm saved him for last because I'm surprised Coach Wallace hasn't gotten him for basketball over the years because he's 6'8", and that's Jonathan Slade.
Slade, like I say, he's quarterback, and he's always wanted to be a quarterback, and it was great to see him get in there and throw a pass for a touchdown. Been here for 4 years and never, not once been a problem. He's been a model citizen, and those are the kind of guys that we look for in recruiting. And like I say, he didn't play a whole lot of football, but he never complained. Never complained one bit.
I want to compliment you and your staff, too, for giving a young man the opportunity when you're inside the 5 and, hey, this is an opportunity for him to go and score a touchdown.
Right, and we knew whatever situation we put that kid in, he was going to excel. Mm-hmm. He played a lot of JV football for us, when we played a lot of JV games, and he did the same thing. He took teams down the field. He scored. He's just a phenomenal guy. He can throw the ball as well as anybody on our team.
And he did this past week. Let's take one more break. When we come back, we'll close things out live from Johnny's Pizza on Eagle Sports.
Hello, Granger fans. The Mike Patton Auto family is your local team that does not practice to get it right, but to make sure they don't get it wrong. They strive to give you a great experience each time you give them the opportunity. They understand you have options of where you go to purchase and service your truck, car, and SUV. But come see why thousands of customers keep coming back to Mike Patton time after time. We appreciate your time and business with a quality service department, and we look forward to taking care of you in the years to come. Now, go Grangers! You need to brush your teeth at least twice a day, and you need to have your teeth cleaned and looked at by a dentist at least twice a year. We've heard this since we were kids, but sometimes we get busy and forget to brush and skip an appointment. We turn around, and it's been a while since we've been to the dentist. So let's get back on track. Call Childress Dental Center for an appointment at 706-882-1888 or go to the web at childressdentalcenter.com because your smile is very important, and we want you to have the best one possible. Childress Dental Center, now at 2 locations, 114 Calumet Center in LaGrange and 100 College Street in Hogansville.
It robs you of the very pleasure of life. Back pain, and it's a national problem.
Low back pain is one of the most common and expensive maladies in our country.
Dr. Jim Aspinwall.
Research has shown that for patients who are diagnosed with herniated disc, diagnosed as needing surgery, 86% of those cases respond to what we do.
The Aspinwall Clinic. Safe, gentle, and extremely effective treatment.
Non-surgical, non-drug relief of the cause of back pain and sciatica.
Aspinwall Clinic. 706-884-8360.
Mention LaGrange College and the word one pops up a lot. Like the student-faculty ratio is 11-1. That means plenty of one-on-one time with professors. Our students work for number one companies, earn Emmy and Grammy nominations, and they give back to their communities, which is wonderful. We are LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. One visit, and you'll see why. LaGrange.edu/journey.
Now back to the Coach's Corner live at Johnny's New York Style Pizza on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Coach, we've only got about a minute here as we finish up the Coach's Corner, but got a big rival coming up heading over to Huntington this weekend.
Yeah, big ball game. I tell you, they've won 3 games. You can't tell when you watch the film. Mm-hmm. Those guys are really good on offense. Defensively, they run around and do what Huntington always do, and it's going to be challenging for us to get out there and match their intensity. But the thing is, once again, we've challenged our guys. Hey, we want to win this football game. Our goal was to win the last 5. Mm-hmm. And it didn't happen, but we got one more opportunity.
And for some of these guys, this will be their last opportunity. We talked about those seniors. And, again, it'll be a great way to close out this year and looking forward to the next year.
That's right. 2-0 going into next season. It sounds like sound like a good plan.
I like it. We appreciate you joining us tonight for the Coach's Corner. Coming up next is the Callaway version with Shay and Coach Wiggins. So I appreciate y'all joining us tonight. We'll see you next time on the radio.
All right.